the 0-0-0 game will live with us for a long time. I'm pretty sure. I can't remember what Samael said about that, but it was something fairly derisory, and it was justified as well.
But you know, I can definitely see Will's point. Oh, no surprise. Ogre's going to be banned. Puck's going to be banned.
Yeah.
I wonder if Complexity are down to leave out the Tusk. Because maybe they feel like... they might feel like Kunkka is okay versus that. Oh, yeah, Nightstalker. I don't think they've let Nightstalker through a single ban. First phase.
They don't like
in this whole entire tournament. Yeah.
Simple as that. The Breaker and the Rubik. These support bans here for the two.
I wonder if they feel like they just... Because I never see them when they're like first pick. Leave it out there either. So I wonder if they just don't value... like they feel like Z-Freak isn't getting the most... Right? He's better on like Earth Spirit, like something really talented in that regard. Mechanically more difficult.
Yeah, you know that hero's broken, but if you don't feel super comfortable playing it, like you just don't let it in, no matter what.
You'd expect Secret to ban it here.
The Earth Spirit?
Yeah. What do you think they let it through game one?
There's some like weird stuff that they can ban, like Jakiro, but I don't know. At this point, I feel like teams should just give Complexity Jakiro. I don't see that hero win for them very often.
I'm not so sure they value it as much as they used to either.
I hope they don't. That like, whenever I see Chessy play it, it just feels like they can't help him enough. And
then I mean, we saw in one game this tournament with it, and it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great. The back gets a ban. Interesting. So this will be an Earth Spirit first pick.
No,
Jakiro. I'm going to go with Jakiro. What do you know?
Please don't make it one.
Well, that's part of what we were talking about earlier, isn't it? The value of it. They value heroes that they can move around.
Yeah.
Keep Razor Tiny. That is one of the first duo core openings I've seen in this whole entire tournament.
Agreed.
But
in a while,
both of these heroes are really highly valued right now. It also means, like, for example, Complexity can't roll up an Omni Knight second pick because Razor is so good against.
Dude, Razor is insane right now. Normally, Paul, you usually pick like these open picks, or you pick your 4/5 and just be done with it. But the only time you pick cores really early is like when you really think that the cores are broken. Like when you think that the cores don't have a lot of natural counters, because you're showing your hand. Like this is the kind of.
I mean, the last 15 months or so, it's been pretty much relatively balanced. You might pick one core in the first two, but you'd never pick both.
Yeah,
and then I think before that, when we were going through the track PL weirdness that was going, there was auto first picks if you didn't ban it.
Yeah, and that's think about like Veno as well, or like Necrolite, when those heroes were like, because people thought that they had no natural counters, and so that was like, you just pick any of those heroes, you're good, and that's kind of where Secret values these heroes now. I think the Tiny pick is a little bit more of a block pick as well.
Yeah,
we're talking about it like pregame, but because it works for both Ace and Limp.
5 seconds remaining.
But I think that the Razor one, this hero is just like been the highest mover. Like if there's a plus minus system, like big plus for Razor.
Yeah, definitely been rising through the ranks at the last few tournaments. You go all the way back to ESL 1, which wasn't that long ago, didn't feature in the top, and yet now top 3.
Oh, it's picked that much now?
10 seconds remaining.
This is kind of what we were talking about, in that we kind of know what Complexity is going to pick up Jakiro first. They followed up with the Furion. They've literally done this before in matches. Exact opener, first pick.
Drow ban from Secret.
There are 2 range heroes, but probably just like an open flex pick.
Or about what they want to do, perhaps?
Yeah.
You just want to ban like fighting team fight style heroes.
The other thing with picking the 2 cores early with Secret was that it does give Complexity a chance to just ban even more still.
One of the big downsides of having the Furion is that he is not a good initiator, right? Furion does so many other things. Even laning phase, he can kind of initiate a fight by sprouting somebody. Just hope they don't have a quelling blade. But he does not give you that hard initiation. So most of the time, you're going to need a hard initiator picked up after this. So if Furion's an offlaner, maybe you pick up like a 4-position Sand King. Whereas if he's a 4 position, which is obviously a possibility with Z-Freak, then you need an offlaner who can jump in for you.
So they're actually banning just like every 4 with the stun.
Dire team pick.
But there are a lot of options left over. And that is the hero that does quite well against Nature's Prophet. Like, if you're a core Nature's Prophet, you never feel good about playing against Nyx Assassin, because you don't really want to show in lane for very long. And Secret needed more catch, because I think catch is the name of the game in Dota right now. Like, the ability to start fights, so important.
Yeah, I don't think there's any other like 4/offlane hero that's more value than with all these other ones.
For complexity?
Yeah.
You could do SK, you could still do the Earthmans. But they go the other direction. It's an okay, if the Nyx Assassin is a 4 as well, it's like an okay 4 position versus 4 position matchup too.
Sure.
It's like Sand King has a more reliable stun, but of course Nyx can always Carapace.
So
Puppy Jen.
If you're coL, you want a hero that can play against the Razor. Like, you want core matchups now that do okay against the Razor, like things that will naturally build a little bit further.
How do you think Viper versus Razor does now? Do you think that's more favored to Razor than it used to be?
I haven't played the matchup yet.
Yeah. I was thinking about that because both heroes have been pretty prevalent. Razor more so than Viper. That was like always a matchup that would happen.
Oh, that's a nice pick.
Yeah, that's
CK?
a good choice.
It's hard to burst him down too.
Yeah, so Tiny's not going to be effective versus him. Razor's actually very susceptible to Chaos Knight's burst damage, and he doesn't care about the single target purge that happens or the every 5-second purge.
Remaining.
With his combination of being able to close the distance with his W, he doesn't care about the slow movement speed, and he's got illusions as well surrounding him, so the 5-second purge is not going to be as reliable.
Also means hero will be.
Yeah, I wonder what their mid's going to be though. I was thinking like, let's see.
Quite a few removed. Of the ones that Limp plays,
I think Sniper, that was a hero that I was thinking about. It's very range heavy. Like, there are some burst options, but you're naturally going to build to get away from the Razor anyways. And the range allows you to play against him to begin with. It gives you the option to 5-man too, if you need to.
You don't have a Roche taking hero. Is this an acceptable TA game?
Then
do you just
you're
take
going to be
the-
Razor against TA mid.
Yeah.
I think it's a little bit miserable.
How does Death Prophet do?
Dire team
Because
back.
It's still
another Roche
annoying.
hero that I would think.
You have decent tower taking though. Like, complexity always has tower taking. They have good tower taking. They have decent vision. They have okay lockdown. Like, their stuns probably, unless you get like consecutive 4 seconds, the Tiny will be a little bit hard to take down.
10 seconds
But I think
remaining.
more they just need damage. I'd like them to pick
5
either a mobile
seconds
mid hero
remaining.
or somebody that just clears waves from a decent distance. Because I think that's like one thing that they sort of lack.
Yeah.
And that's why I thought Sniper would be a pretty good pick here for them.
Murano would have been great because they don't really have a hero to get on top of you besides the
Yeah.
Tiny.
And the
can,
Nyx.
You can get out of the leap. The Nyx Assassin has to Vendetta stun you. Can't go for the hit. In the laning phase, you're not going to care about those rotations whatsoever.
Because if you look at Secret's lineup, aside from Tiny going blink, like, the gap close isn't amazing.
So that, again, goes back to the sniper.
So they banned Timber. Good hero against pretty much
What about,
everything they have so far.
What about Dusa?
Dusa?
Yeah.
Is Dusa good against Razor mid? Maybe Dusa gets run over this game. Dusa's okay.
You just Nyx Assassin.
10
Big problem.
seconds
Because I
remaining.
think Dusa does okay with his spam of the snake.
5 seconds
Maybe
I'm wrong, though.
remaining.
I think that Sniper would be the choice that I go for.
I can't think of a better hero than some sort of like what are some because pretty much all the melee mids can't go.
Team Secret's turn to pick.
Venomancer.
Oh, that's an interesting pick. That's like a hero that I thought was dead, but we saw Mineski run it a bunch, and it was actually pretty okay.
So that'll definitely be able to deal with the 1v1 Razor mid matchup. It's a hero that does kind of abuse the lack of gap close. Because as a core, he should be tanky enough to survive through the tiny burst, or at least that's what you're hoping. And he's just overall a great team fighting hero. It's the complexity smash, Paul. Every single time you look at complexity's lineup, you always think to yourself, like, yeah, they could just like literally just 5-man into you and they'll probably win that. So the Darkseer is interesting though.
Are you convinced enough?
Yeah, I'm actually gonna go for complexity here. I'm not fully set on the Venomancer. The Jakiro opening is always kind of but I think coL has this. I think they're very comfortable with what they have, that's for sure.
Definitely coL picks, aren't they, Will?
I think that I'm going to go with complexity as well. I think that they're going to abuse the lack of communication and just like run at mid repeatedly. What's poor CTY supposed to do? I think that complexity takes this game pretty handily.
There's going to be a lot of chat wheel get back being spammed, either for CTY or by CTY, one or the other.
And plenty of circle drawings, no doubt, as well. Right, we're ready to head into the arena for the first game of the knockout and the bracket stages right now. Complexity versus Team Secret. They've got the kiss of death from the analysts right now. God help.
Thank you very much, Paul. We are going to need to see if they need some help. Lacoste, my man, how are you feeling today? You excited to be on main stage? It's North America versus Europe, the classic battle.
Who to go for? Europe, North America, where I'm from. It's you versus me, pretty much, huh? I'm feeling pretty hyped, though. First match of the day. This is where the Dota madness starts, actually.
It's going to be great because, you know, the group stage matches, it's over there. Look at him. He's giving a little shushing sound right there, puppy. But the group stages, it's a little bit more laid back, a little bit more relaxed. You get onto the main stage, and the teams were still, like, goofing around a little bit in the lobby, but it's starting to feel a little bit more intense. Based upon the way that the panel was saying things, it felt like they were much more for complexity. Are you agreeing with that?
Yeah, I'm not sure about the Darkseer, to be honest. Even though the hero has not been nerfed in the previous patch. I don't know what Ice Frog is thinking. The hero has been nerfed for the previous 623 versions, if I'm not mistaken. Overall, first time I'm seeing Chen. No one plays it better than Puppy, and I was expecting them to actually pick it, maybe even in the group stage. I guess they were saving it. I'm not sure they have enough burst damage for this CK, and we'll see how the laning stage goes, though.
Absolutely. Gotta wait and see how the laning stage works out. I'd kind of agree with you as well. The Darkseer are a little bit of an operation compared to what we normally have. But YapzOr moving over to the side there. Looks like they're going to come and contest for the rune and trade off as we normally see it happen.
Yeah, I'm not sure Darkseer is strong enough at this patch. There are so much better offlaners. But it's still gonna be a Darkseer. You're gonna have that vacuum wall, but there's no follow-up. I mean, you can try to, let's say, stun with Nyx Assassin, or if Razor's gonna get Shiva's Guard, so to slow them down. Maybe some cleave from Tiny.
That's a possibility.
But there's no big combo. The top lane is gonna get focused a lot. I suppose Nyx Assassin with the Darkseer. Okay, it's gonna be Nyx and Razor. Never mind. So we're gonna have.
Just switched it. It was Ace a little bit earlier, but he's moving in towards mid, doing a lot of damage on the Limp there. Look at him just beating the heck out of that Veno.
And well, he actually took him down to 150 HP.
That is kind of insane. The early tree grab and then just able to walk forward. And honestly, with the next round of it, Limp's going to need to be careful here. We haven't seen the new matchup really that often of a Veno versus a Tiny. Is this what you would have expected?
I didn't expect Tiny to be a mid. I guess that's the reason why they picked Venomancer, because he does not care about the Razor. So I think Complexity didn't think Tiny was going to go mid, but the hero has very low armor, 0 armor +2 from just a casual Ring of Protection. So, but I think he's going to get harassed a lot from the Venomancer, especially when he gets higher levels. But this seems weird. This Tiny is just going ham on him. What?
It's like a Kunkka mid almost, but early levels on, and
Yeah,
able
but
to break the salve as well.
It's actually a smaller Kunkka with 5 Tidebringers. Bottom lane though.
Yeah, it's a lot of damage right there, and Fata gonna need to TP away. No chance for a kill, but he did just head back to the tower, and now gonna salve back up again.
Yeah, he's not gonna come for the next... okay, he actually TP'd to a tower.
Yeah.
Does not have any mana left. Still waiting for the rotation coming up from Chen.
Toss, Abba, everything comes out. Ace draws first blood solo. Alright, this tree grab is pretty good.
Alright, this might be the new thing. I didn't see Tiny on mid, especially against the ranged hero. He just beats up the creeps with a Quelling Blade for extra damage.
Yeah. It's kind of insane, the amount of damage that comes out from that. So we'll have to watch and wait and see if Complexity can come up with an answer to it. But Puppey now also starting to make moves around the map in a bit with his Chen creeps. It's possible at least. Where do you see him going early?
He needs to focus a little bit on the bottom lane. Just try to help Darks here. I was wondering before the game what build he's gonna go for. Is he gonna max the penance? But the new Test of Fate is pretty awesome because you can actually heal your teammates and you always heal yourself for the maximum amount. Yeah. And it's pure damage, so it's it could be 400 pure damage once it gets to level 4.
That's a lot. Absolutely. Well, the CS charts, at least for now, it's looking like CK top of the marks, 14 and 10. Razor is up there as well, having gotten a pretty decent start to the lane. The big losers so far has mainly just been that Venomancer who's hurting in the mid lane. I'm kind of waiting to see if there's any other rotations that Complexity can make to try and help out that Veno at all, or do you just sack the Veno kind of?
Oh, Veno's gonna farm, especially if he decides to go for Plague Wards right now. I don't think Ace cares that much about the harassment anymore.
He's gonna have to TP back. Well, bottom lane. Bata just running away. Doesn't want to take too much damage on that Darkseer. But also Mu getting a decent amount out of this off lane. He's been denied a few times by the Razor. But Yapsor is over there as well. Going to be able to come and contest for his bounty rune. So he's able to get the first stun off. And a little miss, but the Burrow Strike, and Mu walks away.
Yeah, it's easier to stun with a Sanking. Before, they both had the same spell called Impale.
Yeah.
Now Sanking has his own stun, Burrow Strike.
Well, in the meantime, Z-Freak making his moves as well to go over and pick up an Arcane Rune. And the Reality Rift back, trying to bait out that surge away, but not going to be able to get anything really done. So, who do you feel like is a little bit more happy at this stage of the game?
Well, Secret's doing fine. Top lane is pretty much one. Razor is free farming. Mid lane is decent. And they're sacking the Darkseer, which is, I mean, pretty much what Darkseer does, especially if he does not have a favorable matchup. Okay, they're trying to make a go on him. Does not have a surge for the next 2 seconds.
Oh, Fata in trouble. And is he going to end up going down? He's on 28 HP. And the TP in, maybe? Gonna look for it? Fata? He's just walking away, and Puppey's there to make sure they can hold his hand and not get gone on. So, Fata living.
He's being sent back to the base.
Nice play. In the meantime, coL is going to take a little bit of a hurt as well. That amp damage is there. The pendants, they hit the Hadouken. He's going to be forced away again as well.
Yeah, we still didn't see any rotations from Chen. There's no smoke at all. I don't know, if he smokes mid, they can easily get a kill, especially if he gets a better creep, a setter, with or an Ensnare or the Mud Golem. Would prefer to actually get the good initiation on that Veno. Oh, he manages to take the salve from Limp.
God, it's so frustrating playing against that with the Tiny. Limp has been able to get level 6 now. Also, Ace only level 5, which I don't know if there's really much of a kill land. It's again just sort of, well, never mind, they rotate in, and that's going to be an Avatos. Limp going to fall. Yeah, he's not going to be able to find any kills from the grave.
Okay, so Chen just bought a Smoke of Deceit. He's ready to move once again. There's a haste on top for Nyx Assassin. I love the build on Nyx Assassin. This game is actually going to go for Carapace. So against heroes like Jakiro, it's always easy to land a stun.
Yeah, quite nice. And you know, while they're sitting here in the mid lane, also, it's just the tower starting to fall down low. If Nick Sessa wants to rotate in later, end up being able to make some stuff happen. I mean, the other big thing that the panel was talking about was the problems of a Chaos Knight in the later stages just kind of getting out of control. Is that something that you're at all worried about for Secret, or do you think they have him under control well enough?
I think they're fine, especially because CK was nerfed. It was 15 or 25 seconds added to his ulti, which doesn't seem maybe that much, but it actually is. You can't play that aggressive. I've seen who is it? Oliver from Penta. He loves to just use the Phantasm and farm the ancient creeps with it while he's farming, and he pretty much always goes for Midas because CK does not have that farm potential. He kills creeps pretty slowly. Then that's one of the reasons to just get those levels, because his talents are pretty insane.
Z-Freak getting gone on the search forward of the Centaur, trying to make sure that they have him. He thought that he was safe, but didn't realize the wraparound was coming. Nice play there from Secret.
So yeah, if you lack initiation, you just search a Centaur.
Why not? Easy peasy. Well, they do get the medallion finish now on Z-Freak. But meanwhile, Reality Rift pull back in onto one. They get only a 1 second stun, but gonna try and body block. Good play there from Jesse, but who's ganking who as they rotate in with Yapzor? Hits the stun. There is an Ice Path, but they still have the CK under control. He pops his ulti, tries to turn it back around, but Puppey is still living through this, at least for the moment. Can he live long enough? He is gonna be able to walk away. So nobody dies.
Yeah, Phantasm was used. Maybe if CK decided to go for, let's say, 2 points in Chaos Bolt, it doesn't matter. Minimum stun is still 1 second.
Yeah.
But just to lock down the Darkseer, maybe at the early stages. Yeah, that's why they usually don't see Jakiro with an Ice Path. That's one of the reasons why CK doesn't have to go for it. Just when he's about to use the Surge, you use an Ice Path and you just lock him down.
Absolutely. Well, again, forcing them back here. A lot of damage stolen. Move going for the epicenter. Just outside of range, though, and he's trying to bring him down low. Slowed by the Caustic. Can they find a kill? It looks like with the creeps, they are going to be able to find the fish. No! He's living through it. He's able to get the salve and the walk away. Oh, Moo, he dove deep for this. Can they punish it all? It doesn't look like it.
Seems like he canceled the last attack. I don't know if would be enough Razor with 9 armor. I don't think he could have gotten him there, to be honest. Yeah. Even spend the mango. Interesting build on him. Moo loves to go for Urn of Shadows pretty much on every hero, and especially on Sankin, which is pretty unusual. I still think Urn is a must-have item in your team. You need to have at least one hero who has it.
Well,
because, especially right now, because you can upgrade it and it becomes a super late game item.
Yeah, Spirit Vessel is amazing. Well, another rotation in. They've got the creeps running with the Darkseer there, it looks like, but a Burrow Strike in the top. They didn't find it before. Are they going to even get the Razor right now? He's going to be able to finish his TP away. Man, living on a prayer.
Yeah, Z-Freak kind of struggling with Nature's Prophet to get some levels. Level 4 only.
Well, Ava toss, Z-Freak. It's going to struggle a little bit more to get levels as Ace finds the kill.
Ooh.
What surge is this?
But next little bit as we go forward here in this game, it's looking like Limp trying to keep the pressure on this mid lane constantly, and Puppey brings in his creeps to make the turnaround happen on a cow. But with the Haster and the Jakiro should be able to play around him a little bit and just put the hurt on a Puppey whenever possible.
He can't really hurt him. He has a Tango, Headrest. Look at the regeneration, 11 per second because of that Setter aura.
Yeah. And again, the
mid lane
rotation in for Limp as Ava is going to connect. They have the toss as well into the Impale. They find the kill. Going to clean up those wards as well. I'm sure CTY down bottom is getting wrapped around upon with 3 heroes here. But Puppey, can he save his life? They're trying to go for the setback, but it's not going to be in time. They are going to have to back out. Macro Pyre now down as the creeps are starting to get brought down low, and Chen is going to lose his little herd.
Yeah, they rotated 4 people just to kill Razor, which is a pretty big kill for Complexity. He still needed 1.5 seconds to be teleported back to base, 4 seconds on level 3. Nyx Assassin
They
is in
see him.
Vendetta, they see
He's
him, yeah.
into Sentry Ward there. They're waiting for this. They want to try and go on him, and they are going to get the 2-second stun. Carapace is there. I don't know if it's going to be enough to keep YapzOr alive, though. The Razor rotating in, and they're going to go for the Vendetta hit. The Impale the turret, stealing all the damage from Jesse. He's starting to fall down low. Can they get the kill? It looks like the answer is yes. And Z-Freak forced the TP away.
Yeah, they didn't have any mana on the bottom. They committed just too hard. Did they at least get a tower? Yeah, they actually got the tower, which is decent. But losing CK, they need to have at least the least stats on CK this game.
Yeah,
because he's not the hero that can recover that quickly. What's he's sitting at? 4.5k net worth. Tiny has the most actually.
Tiny is a monster.
Complexity will have to invest a lot of money in center wards and thus playing against the Nyx Assassin, and Tiny's gonna go for a Shadow Blade, which he almost has actually, which is pretty insane. But
it's pretty nuts. And the other thing about it is with the status resistance and stuff, even if you want to invest into Dust, with that starts to get the reduction onto that as well. It could be a problem, but Moo looks like he wants to set up here. Does you realize YapzOr is in the area? It's going to be a lot of damage with the Vendetta hit, as well as the Iron Shell on top of them. They get the Spike Carapace out. It misses, actually. So Moo able to turn the tides a little bit. They have Limp in the area as well, but no way to break that TP. He gets away.
I was expecting a Epicenter there. Nice jukes by Moo, though. Just using a Sandstorm immediately. Going out of it, so he can't use Spiked Carapace.
I liked what I saw there, though. They were trying to just steal away as many of the big creeps from the Veno as he could with the Iron Shell on him while he was under the Invis. But Razor now hitting that level 10 talent, 15 agility at this early stage. It's pretty freaking good with everything else that he's got in his kit. So how do you see the next couple minutes of this game playing out for either side? With the Shadow Blade on Tiny, what are they going to try and do? With
Vendetta and the Shadow Blade on Tiny, they'll just try to get some kills. These heroes don't have too much HP, especially Prophet, 740. Veno also easy to kill, 1k HP only, so they can easily make rotations, take towers. Chen creeps, Chen has an ultimate.
They're getting themselves into position here, looking for an opening, but Z-Freak down in the bottom lane.
Oh, Tiny tipping mid.
All right,
with Iron Shell.
Yep, coL, unfortunately, not going to be long for this world as they find the finish. They actually give that kill over to Fada.
Fada is like, where did that gold come from, huh?
I don't know, he's going to be losing it now. Limp able to find that kill as well, so Moo is sitting down there for a long time. He's going for a drums build on this.
On a Sanking, yeah, I've seen him doing it, but I don't like it. You need to have a Blink Dagger on a Sanking. I mean, investing in an earn 900 gold plus drums, that's your Blink Dagger right there. I guess he just wants to be able to fight.
Well, again in trouble. We'll see if the drum's going to be able to save. It's going to be really tough, though, and he's just going to burrow strike to the top lane, okay? Walking away. The Urn keeping him alive, and Secret not able to finish it.
I don't know, maybe it should just be a casual Bracer and go for a Blink Dagger, because they don't have any initiation beside a Sanking.
Yeah. So Complexity going to start to, again, push in this mid lane. They'd love to be able to get the tower. That's what coL was doing there in the last time around, but now they place down another Sentry Ward here. Make sure they can see the rotation in, and YapzOr. Well, Ice Path going to be off the mark. They could try and turn this further if they want to. They've got a Reality Rip, the stun as well. Pulling him down low. The rest of Secret rotating as well. Z-Freak is showing up. This is a fight that they would love to be able to take. Jesse is still living through all this. Ace is throwing the Chi and almost able to find the kill. They are going to take him down. With CK gone, the rest of Complexity might need to back out.
Yeah, nice sandback by Chen there. And they were kind of too deep. Chen heal actually just cancels the fight. They don't have enough burst damage on the side of Complexity, especially without Sanking using the ulti there.
Yeah. Well, again, Complexity forced to back out, and till at least CK is back up and alive. Now with a 2,000 gold lead, 8-2 for Secret. Feeling like they're well in control of this game.
Yeah, what is Chen going for? He's going for a max, so they just want to tank up and be able to fight, cancel all that damage. I mean, Venomancer has a Veil, level 1 ult is still getting close to that level 12, which is a big deal. So what does Darkseer have? He has going for Helm of the Dominator, what it seems. So an extra creep.
More and more.
And the region. The amount of region they will have, overtime region. This item is pretty good against the Venomancer.
And look at that as well. Able to find that quick pick there onto the Sand King. Split up in farm is the call. They are going to be able to get the deny on the tower as well. Yapsor picking that one up. Everything coming up Secret right now.
Well, Secret pretty much won 2 lanes, and Darkseer will always get a farm no matter what. Look at CK, he's actually struggling. He had that armlet long time ago. Echo Saber's gonna come up soon. But still, it's a CK. They're gonna have a lot of armor and a lot of regen. I was talking about Helm of the Dominator build on the Darkseer.
Right.
Which gives you... Let me just check.
Oh. We really may need to hold that thought as we do have the Razor getting attacked. CTY in trouble in the top lane. It's gonna die. Limpifies that finish. So at least something now going back for complexity.
CTY should be more careful about his positioning. There's a lot of farm on mid, which he could have taken where Chen is right now. This is a dangerous place to farm.
Complexity looking to try and push the tempo as well, as they've got that top lane pressured in with 4 heroes. Jakiro starting to deal the damage to that tower. Slowly over time, and the mechanism now done. What's the goal with this mechanism here? Like, do you want to fight around it with the Secret?
Yeah, because Complexity does not have any burst damage, so they can't burst anyone down. He provides almost 500 heal with the mech and his ulti.
Look at Ace here. He's just daring them to come at him right now. They do take down that tower. Secret looking like they don't want to fight if the tower is not nearby. Sanjin Yashi done with the Razor.
Yeah, they're gonna be super mobile on the side of a Razor. Tiny's going for SNY as well. I mean, it's a pretty natural Tiny build because you just want to tank up, get that strength, get that extra status resistance, and he needs a move speed, which he gets from Yasha. Right. That's the biggest part. Either you go for drums and SNY, or just pick one.
Now, again, you look at the net worths across the board, and it's starting to feel like there's this tri-core from Secret that's going to be very difficult to deal with for Complexity. I mean, we've all seen a CK get completely out of control, but it's not really feeling like it's likely to happen, at least at this early stage of this game.
Yeah, but it's still a CK at the end of the day. This really hurts him a lot, that 145 cooldown on Phantasm. We saw, what, one Phantasm used bottom and one couple of minutes ago, and that's pretty much it.
Right.
Oh, I got a question for you, Lyrical.
All right,
what happened to your pubs yesterday? I was sitting behind Black watching you guys play.
Let's not talk about that. That was a rough one, man. That was... Oh, God.
I mean, you were playing with Jack. Is that why you lost?
I will say that. We'll go with that one right there.
Are we going to blame Jack?
Definitely.
We're not going to blame your Earth Spirit?
No, we won't even talk about that.
What about your Earth Shaker?
Happens. 0-19 happens. That's all we'll say.
All right.
But Blink Dagger for CK, this is actually one of the things that happened, was a Blink CK just, you know, it shows out just how strong this can be, the burst damage that you get from it. I don't know, man. This could be maybe the answer that they need.
Yeah, well, the thing is with CK, you use Phantasm, then you blink, and use Reality Rift, and the illusions blink with you. I'm not sure who they can burst down. They need to find Chen, maybe just stun him, take him out before the fight.
Okay. It would be quite good if they can get it before the mechanism comes off, but maybe need a little bit of RNG as well, getting a long duration stun or something like that.
Yeah, this is going to be a really hard game for Venomancer because of all that region, Helm of the Dominator, Chen heal with the mech, and Darkseer is going to build into a pipe, which will mitigate all the damage from the Venomancer.
Big smoke up here from Secret. Moving in the bottom lane, looking like they want to try and find a pick-off on the poor little Z-Freak. So maybe the position for Prophet isn't who you want to gank there, and not really running into anybody as of yet. Maybe they'll just be able to take the tower and then move on from there.
Yeah, Lil was talking about position 4, Nature's Prophet. I don't know if he can make it work. It doesn't seem like it's working this game.
Yeah, obviously a Complexity classic, but Secret might have found the answer. Speaking of answers, that's CTY in the top lane yet again. Brought down. Up go. Complexity looking like they want to try and push this one down a little bit.
Radiant's top tower is under
CK has a Phantasm.
Oh my goodness. There it is. Phantasm comes out and they blow him up. All right, you're right. There it is.
They're being outnumbered. Once again, Razor getting caught before the fight starts.
Well, they do spot Yapzor there. Ace is also in the area. Jump forward and just gone. Puppey in an instant. They've got 4 here for Secret as well. They're trying to bring him down low. Moo at the same time able to get that epicenter off, bringing them all down solo. He's living through all this as well as Yapzor is going to die. Everybody's got an ultra kill for Chessy.
They're just going in one by one. And really nice play from Chessy there. Just hiding in trees, using that Blink Dagger offensively, taking one hero, then another one. They need to play around Razor. I don't know if it's a communication problem or what is happening, but Razor getting caught 2 times when their timing was smoke and trying to push that tier 1 and tier 2 tower. They can't push it without the Razor.
And, well, it's 9-8 now, and Complexity looking like they're in a great position. This replay showing, like you said, just sort of one at a time there. Everybody a little bit behind schedule, and I guess Secret thought that they could defend this tier 2 tower?
Well, they could if they were 5.
Right. But afterwards, really good play there as well. Chessy just hanging out in the trees, and then save your buddy syndrome. So with the BKB looking like that's what they want to go for on the CK, maybe thinking about Roshan soon for Complexity?
They need to take a fight first. I don't think they can take Roche before they get a 2 or 3 kills from the Secret. We still didn't see any combos coming out from Secret with that vacuum, which is pretty hard. I mean, there's nothing to combine it with.
I mean, Avalanche is only like a 1-second stun at that point, not really what you need. But nonetheless, this moment in time, feeling like Complexity has been able to build a little bit of agency for themselves in this game and start to get towards that BKB for Chessy that might allow him to just go ham.
Yeah, I've seen Razors building a Mask of Madness a couple of times. I don't think that's the build here. It lowers your armor for 7, and you already have Nature's Prophet with the Solar Crest and Reality Rift. CK can just pretty much one-shot you.
Yeah, it's a little bit tough. And I'm not really sure like how else you could really build around the reduction in armor that you get from Mask of Madness. I mean, I guess eventually it's Shiva's and AC, but it feels like that's going to be a long ways off.
Yeah, plus he needs a BKB as well this game.
Right. Well,
coL with his buckler.
The classic.
Classic coL.
You got to see it.
You gotta love that, man. You either love him or hate him, that there's no between.
Absolutely. Well, Darkseer did finish off a pipe here, and it looks like Complexity putting themselves in a position to take a favorable fight as they head down towards the bottom lane. Yapzor looking for an opening, Vendetta breaks, wards hit him, and he has to run away.
Even Yapzor is building towards that pipe. Once they have 2 pipes, they can fight. That's a lot of magical damage mitigation, but they need to build up into armor as well.
Oh, Moo, he's standing there. The Gatekeeper spots Ace. He just gets Burrow Strike. Then they blink away. Yapzor still there. Don't quite see him as of yet, though. Oh, are they going to end up getting caught here? I mean, can Secret even take a fight if they get the perfect initiation?
Yeah, they can. But once again, they find Yapzor. Is he being sent back? Yes, he is.
Okay. Well, Ace revealed as well there by the Sentry Ward, but again, it just feels like Secret are in such a scary position. What does that perfect fight look like for them? How do they start a fight where they win it?
They need to burst one of the heroes down. I don't think they can burst down Venomancer anymore. It has a lot of HP with the pipe as well. Maybe with Nyx and Shadowblade on Tiny. Just try to burst Jakiro before the fight starts, or find a Sanking, disrupt his Blink Dagger. Okay, they're actually going for the Roche. Puppey knows something is up.
How many times have we seen this where a team is in a favorable position and then goes in for maybe a little bit of a greedy Roche and then ends up getting punished? We'll see if that exact type of thing could happen here as Secret is moving in. They want to come and contest for this. Sentry Ward's placed down as well.
Chessy just picked up an Invis rune, so they're drawing on the minimap where they want to go. Just go from behind. I don't know if Secret saw this because they don't have the vision in this area, so he can once again take down one hero before the fight starts.
Oh, they do have one sentry ward down, although up on the high ground. And YapzOr walking away. They have another sentry ward down there as well, so it looks like they might be prepared. YapzOr, they walk into it, take that one down.
With a CK, with a BKB, they have nothing to stop him pretty much. Razor can use... Alright, this
Maybe
is
a start.
dead
They can get
Chen.
the Chen here at the very beginning of it, but he gets the hand of God off, he gets the back ball. Maybe a decent way to start, although he doesn't have anything else in the tank. And Ace just got eviscerated there, a big impale, but it might just be to run away as YapzOr needs to back out. God, complexity.
Yeah, once again, Razor is on the bottom lane, just trying to farm since they can't take the Roche fight anymore. It's gonna be a CK with an Aegis that it's gonna be really hard to fight into, especially with a BKB.
Yeah, had to use that first initial charge of it there, Chessie did, but the last couple of minutes, as we can see on those graphs, just heavily into the favor of complexity. 9 to 10 now, 27 minutes into it, heavily just sort of building into those items that make them so strong, like right now. Like you said, the buckler, all the little things. Helm of the Dominator is there for the Darkseer, but I don't know, feeling like complexity or where they need to be.
Well, they have a BKB with a Razor. What they can try to do? Well, not now. I don't think they can take a fight before the Aegis runs out. Maybe just try to take down some HP from CK so his illusions are not that strong, then clear them up after, because they have nothing to pierce the BKB with.
Well, one of the things that we talked about is Nyx was able to steal away one of those runes as well from coL. You know, it's Secret that's really been under the gun. For complexity, how do you try and close this game out? All the tier 2 towers are down for them right now. What do you look to try and accomplish with the duration of this Aegis?
For complexity?
Yeah.
I think they're gonna go for a tier 3 push. They don't have that best pickup lineup. They have a CK and Sanking. They have a good vision on the side of a Secret. I don't know, a Secret built too much items, too much defensive items. Like you have a Darkseer with the pipe, you have one more pipe on Nyx Assassin, Chen with mech, but I'm afraid who's gonna deal the damage for this team.
Oh, did they? Are they gonna run into that Nature's Prophet up there? Oh, okay. Trees are taken. They end up bringing him low. Z-Freak trying to get away from this, and
nice
just TP's out.
Also, you have two Force Staffs on the side of complexity. I don't think Secret can actually kill anything.
Yeah, it's tough. They really don't have much way to stay on top of these targets. Well, Lacoste, maybe that push that you were talking about is starting to come out. There is a little bit of a creep wave pushing in top, but besides that, everybody down here, get ready, says YapzOr. Kind of an ominous chat wheel message.
coL misses uphill with Liquid Fire. Again!
Get your RNG out, man.
There it is. Third time's lucky.
Yeah. They're going to send this in, buckler them all up. They do get taken over now by the Chen as well, the most petty of holy persuasions. But this is the pressure, and like you said, where's the damage from Secret? They really don't have an opening. Vacuum wall, that's kind of okay, but again, the Force Staffs, they force it back and away, and actually sprouted for the moment. It's going to be the Razor.
Yeah, Razor who popped the BKB, no wall, no Razor BKB. They can take the fight easily for complexity right now.
All right, just got to wait for that wall to dissipate, and then it's going to be time to go in for complexity, like you said. I believe they have a double catapult wave coming in as well afterwards. Once this one is done, yeah, it's time to party. Let's see it. 30 minutes in.
And they can't even split push. They don't have any good split push heroes. I mean, they have a tiny...
Base. This is a real problem. Reality Rift is out. He's trying to have a toss to turn it back around. They're slowed up. The ice path onto everybody. coL making it work, but they do get the send back and the walk away, but they're still going to end up losing that Darkseer.
They have no damage whatsoever. I don't know how they plan to start a fight.
Oh god, and the blink forward, YapzOr gonna live for a moment with that spike carapace, but Chessie still hanging on to that Aegis, and it's gonna be time to actually hit these buildings here. So the tower starting to fall. YapzOr again with the spike carapace. Moo is off to the sides though, ready for a counter initiation play, and there it is. The epicenter route. That is going to be cow very low, but he's still going to live through this. No, the tree. It does connect, and that's a kill. Razor walking forward, wants this kill onto Chessie. He is going to go down, but it's just the Aegis. They buy back on coL as well. And they make this work. The epicenter turnaround. They're doing a lot of magical damage down there, and Chen is gone. Now looking for more. Chessie trying to run away.
Is gone.
He's separated from the rest of his team. Chessie is going to end up falling. This ends up looking a little bit better for Secret here.
I was wrong, my friend. They can actually take a fight there, but they lost range Raxes, melee Raxes with 2 catapults. This might actually go down.
All right, looking for this here now as well. They try and find Limp. Can they bring him down? Z-Freak TP back into this one as well. There's going to be the impale into the wall. Vacuum is back up again. They're making it work, but another burrow strike to try and separate. Everybody's living right now from Secret. Ace is kind of being kited around though, and it looks like they are going to be able to bring down one more as Z-Freak dies. There's still 2 buybacks if they want to commit it. A missed burrow strike there as Ace was invis. Still dropping down very low. He has 11 stick charges
for
though.
Complexity.
And Complexity well and truly falling apart. Can they even get out on any more of these heroes? Limp getting ran down here. They've got the Force Staff away. There's a haster, and that should be enough to get Complexity out.
Yeah, but Complexity dealt so much damage to Tier 1. Tier 3 actually on the top and managed to take the Raxes. Also, Tier 3 on the mid, half HP. While because of those double catapults, that's the best timing you want to go for once they spawn at 30-minute mark.
Well, it worked out in some way at least, but do you feel like Complexity were, I mean, how do they feel about that little engagement? Like, they took the racks at least, right?
Yeah, well, Sanking used the solo Epi on a Chen, who already used all of his spells. They kind of missed the Burrow Strike one more time on a Tiny. Tiny is kind of easy to kite, especially with double Force Staff, but you can't lock him down, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Now he has an AC.
It's getting scary, that's for sure. YapzOr is still stalking Z-Freak, but not a great opportunity to open up on him.
Yeah, with the AC, CK will not be able to, I guess, one-shot the heroes, especially when the Razor gets that Shiva's Guard, which he's getting really close. Only 1,000 gold away. Okay, Sanking just purchased a gem. So that's gonna hurt a lot for Tiny and Nyx Assassin.
They pinged it out over there when he came out of Invis, and now they found him. So Burrow Strike is there, Chessie gets the stun, they pull him back in, and they find the kill. Smoke immediately afterwards. They know he did he buy back in that last fight?
Who?
The Nyx Assassin? Because it seems like they might have an idea. No, he didn't, but
Kyle bought back actually.
Yeah. He was the only one. So 34 minutes in with no buyback on the Nyx Assassin. Complexity aren't aware of that, but they might at least try and test it and see if they could force it. Ace having to walk back home. He doesn't have a TP, and they are moving down to the south. Do they realize he's have to jump away actually, and now they found one. Finding a kill. Whoa. Oh no, the setback at the last second.
Wow, what a play by Puppy.
God, that was close. Getting out of there.
Radiant's bottom shrine.
But 13 to 13, and now Shrine's starting to fall down. See there as well. Ooh, Mechanism, Hand of God. That was just on nothing.
Radiant's bottom shrine.
Yeah, I think Complexity does not want to pressure Secret until they try to find a fight near the Roche or get Roche themselves before Secret contests it.
And you think about that, if he goes down right there, that maybe is going to be a second lane of Rax.
Really long respawn time on the Roche, almost 3 minutes.
Yeah. All right. Well, what is the point where Secrets start to feel more comfortable taking the fights? Like we saw in the last one, they were actually able to, at the end of the day, finish off a lot of the Complexity heroes. Do you think they just need more time?
Yeah, their heroes scale really well into late game. I mean, Tiny's gonna get 6 slotted pretty much, but Razor with his talents, now he has 10 armor, and I guess he's gonna go for attack speed talent on level 25. If he steals a lot of damage, that's gonna be a lot of physical damage coming on from that Razor. They have a Shrine, so Chessie should be careful. We'll need to pop a BKB.
Now run away maybe? Are they thinking about taking that fight? That is a scary concept. And yeah, they back out. but BKB charge used. Maybe the beginning of something. I mean, it's still going to get to this point, though, where you've got a CK with a heart. That's what he's building towards next, and I don't know what the win rate is on that item with CK, but I'm sure it's high.
63.45%.
Oh, nicely done.
Thank you.
I trust you completely. I'm sure you wouldn't lie to me.
I would never troll.
Well, Nature's Prophet in trouble. Gonna get pushed back in, Avalanche, and beaten to death. Secret finding a pickoff. Things starting to look a little bit better for them in spite of 3,000 net worth lead. That doesn't really mean a lot at this stage.
Yeah, now with the Shiva's Guard, they can easily take down those CK illusions with Tiny Cleave and Razor Plasma Field plus just one Impale from Nyx Assassin, and then just kite around the CK. I mean, if CK is without illusions, he's not strong at all.
Yeah. He ended up going for that 150 GPM talent as well. A little bit of a different one. You like that decision?
Well, Razor has a BKB, and he's the only one who's gonna have it. Tiny does not build into a BKB because it's kind of useless. You have all that status resistance and magic resistance talent.
Uh-oh. Have to hold that thought. 3-second stun. Bata jump forward. Now the Yule Scepter lift
Nice
up.
play by Move.
Now trying to make this work. There's a jump in. Jesse into everybody, though. Is this more than he can chew as Jesse tries to make it work? He gets a 3-second stun on the Absol, forced it back again. Vacuum, no wall, no follow-up yet. Macro Pyre laid down. Ice Path on top of it. Only caught the Nyx Assassin. He's being held in place. His Ace is also trying to walk away. Slowed down. They pull him back in, starting to bring him back down. The Sprout for the moment as well to keep him contained as they get the Yule Scepter lift up. The Tiny isn't able to do absolutely anything at all, but another big Impale comes out as well from Yabzor to try and turn the tide of this fight as they finally bring him down. 70 seconds on the sideline. His Ace is maybe going to end up going down. He looks like he is going to fall. Moo is on a killing spree, and now looking for more. They're going to be able to bring down the Razor as well. CTY dies. Complexity are doing it.
The fight started so good for Team Secret. They killed the CK illusions pretty instantly, but with all the slow from Jakiro, Venom wards, they pretty much can't move.
And buyback right now, you can see as well, these heroes don't have it. They're even caught Fata down here to the south. Moo gets the Burrow Strike right on the edge of the duration of it, but Fata will be able to TP back. Doesn't matter though, racks are going down. And GG is called as Complexity take down Secret in game number 1.
Wow. I guess they did not have damage I was talking about on the side of Team Secret. They last so long in team fights, but no one actually deals the damage. And the amount of slow from Jakiro and Venomancer plus Caustic Finale, Epicenter, they only have one BKB hero, which is Razor, and he uses it pretty much at the start of a fight all the time.
Yeah, well, really impressive.